Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the vlog. I told you guys, we're kicking it in high gear. We've got a banger video that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Like I said in the last one, I've tried to film this video many times before, and I've failed over and over and over again, but I'm confident today we're gonna get it done. So, back in the day, I wanted to do a big reveal because I got these wheels, shout out to Devil's Work in California. I got lips for these wheels that were broken, and the faces were painted white, and the paint job was not very good. I started to paint them silver, and I realized that it was going to be a lot more work than I was cut out for. Paint stripper was hardly even doing anything, if I'm being honest with you. They were like triple layer primered and like triple layer like car spray painted. So I just went ahead, sent them off to get them chrome plated. There were a couple bolts that were missing from the back of the wheel, but I had a feeling that it was sealed properly. There were most of them on there. It's only missing about, I think, 6 per wheel, if I do my math correctly. Well, a little bit more, but I didn't seal them properly either way with the silicone. So when I went to get them mounted, they were leaking. Well, the first one was leaking, so I just went ahead, said screw it. I'm just gonna reseal all 4 of them and get all the hardware for all 4 of them and redo them again for like the 4th time. So that's what I'm doing in this video. I've got the hardware, got the silicone. All I have to do is just slice them up, unbolt them, and bolt them back in again. All right, so this may not be the best representation of how to rebuild a 3-piece wheel, but I'll be honest with you, it's really not that hard. It's just very tedious. A bolt and a nut on each side, and for some right here on the face, it's just a bolt that bolts into this face. Once you have them all together, once you have the face smashed together, then you just put the layer of silicone. But I would go thicker than you think you need to, just because I think I should have gone thicker on most areas. That's why I'm redoing them right now. And also make sure you have all your hardware. I'll probably do a few time lapses, but this camera doesn't actually like do good time lapses, so I may just do them on my phone. They might look a little less quality, but yeah, that's really all it is to it. So I'm gonna just do a few time lapses of me working on the wheels. I'm probably just gonna do a time lapse of like one of them, and then I'm just gonna grind out these because I want to get them done. And if I'm sitting here trying to film every single wheel, it's kind of gonna get redundant because it's the same thing for all 4. Before I get working on the wheel, I'm gonna show you guys everything that I'm using to disassemble and reassemble. So first, disassemble, razor blade, kind of obvious. I'm gonna use this, cut the silicone, and also to scrape the rest of the silicone off. You want it to be a completely clean surface before you put new silicone on. Secondly, my back bolts are 10 mil, so I've got wrench and some sockets. I've got a few different sockets. I've got a socket wrench and then just a regular one, just in case, I don't know, whatever I'm feeling. I've also got a Torx bit on the gun here. You don't need this, but obviously it comes in handy. There's an extension on there just so I don't scratch the lip because, you know, obviously there's not enough room. But I personally have Torx heads. Yours may be different. It may be a star head depending on what wheel and hardware you got. But since mine kind of like sits recessed, I kind of just went with the Torx because it sounded the most like, looked good. And lastly, once you're putting them back on, I got this Dow Corning 732. It's clear. When I looked up what silicone to use on 3-piece wheels, this is what popped up. I don't know if it's the best one or not, but I'm probably gonna need more, and I'm gonna run to the store and grab some more, but it's not gonna be this version. So as long as it's high temp, I think that's the main thing. I don't think that it has to be 100% this brand. So just do your research on what silicone to use. I just know it doesn't have to be this brand. It just needs to be a good silicone, high temp, I think, just to make sure, you know, because if you're tracking it, I guess, I mean, wheels get hot sometimes. And also, lastly, I got some blue Loctite. It's basically just to make sure that these don't back off because it is a moving part, it's moving a lot. You just put literally just like a little dab on it and then screw your little nut on and good to go. All right, y'all, That was easy peasy lemon like squeezy, as you can see. Oh, you just take them off and then cut the silicone. I think I'm gonna cut the silicone first next time. I wasn't expecting it to come off that easy, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, they're all separated, so we'll start on the next one. We've got 3 out of 4 done. We are almost through disassembling. Just that guy left. Monsty helping me get through it. It's a hot day. Need a fan or some kind of AC in my new garage. I don't know how to like keep it cool. It's not too hot, but it's definitely not cool. And also, I know I had a yellow one earlier. My wife stole the other one, so I am not drinking 2 within the span of 30 minutes. All right, all 4 wheels are disassembled. I'm gonna go to Ace Hardware. I'm gonna grab some more silicone. That might be enough, but I'm not sure, but I wanna be safe. I'm gonna grab me a little bit more blue Loctite. Probably have enough, just wanna be safe. And I'll come back and we're gonna get these things reassembled. And they're gonna look spectacular, and I cannot wait to show you guys these wheels. I know I already showed you them on the ground before I reassembled them, but it's gonna be nice knowing that they're fully assembled and complete. We're back from the store. Basically what we're going to do now is we are going to scrape off with a razor blade all of the silicone that is still on the lips and barrels. As you can see, there's still like just a little layer around the whole edge. You just want to scrape all of it off as much as you can, and then I will grab a Scotch-Brite pad and kind of scrape it off and smooth the surface out completely. All of the wheels have gotten their silicone removed. Now what we need to do is put them back together. Same thing in reverse. The way that mine is you put the lip on top of the barrel and then slide the face downward. So like my face isn't in between here, it's actually on top of this. So what I did is I put barrel down and put, it fit the wheel facing up towards the ceiling, and then I put one bolt here, one bolt here. I put the valve stem in before I put everything together. So you put that in the barrel and then you just slide everything on top of that. Just kind of line up the face, line up all the bolt holes, and then I put 2 over there. So now I'm gonna put the ones in the back of the faces first, because if those don't line up, then it'll be all wanky. But all the ones where it's like a nut and a bolt, you have room to play, but the ones that are just a bolt, you kind of got to make sure that they're lined up. And also, the main reason why I had to rebuild these was because of these back bolts. So these right here, the original ones that I ordered were really disgusting and dirty and looked like they were used, which was kind of strange. I think they were the right size, but they wouldn't thread into the back of it. So then I ordered some more, but then they were too long. And so I might have ordered 2 sets. Either way, these are the right ones. They are M7 by 24. Not 32, not 28, 24. And it threads all the way in before I tighten it up, obviously. And on Sensei 6 website, it's the M7 Lee & Hardit back bolt, M7 by 24 for these Weds Cerberus 2s. That, for some reason, it was really hard information to find, and I went through a couple different sizes. But now we've got the right size. It's gonna look spectacular. Yeah. Now that we've got all the bolts are, remember, Loctite. I didn't put Loctite on these because I'm scared of them getting seized again. Don't plan on taking them off, but I didn't. Blue Loctite on all the other ones though. They're all securely fastened in. And now I'm going to torque them according to the interwebs. Torque specs are 18 to 22 foot-pounds, so I'm gonna do 20. And that'll be it. They'll be ready to sit. All the wheels are bolted together. I know it's been a long clip jump. I just kind of grinded. It's already dark now, as you can see, but I am almost done. All I have left is to silicone it. So what you do is you get tape and you put it super even all the way around the entire barrel, and then you just shove a bunch of silicone in this crack and rub it with your finger and make it clean, and that's it. Then all you got to do is let the silicone dry and it's good to go. So again, I'm just gonna do probably like 1 or 2 more time lapses, and I'll probably see you guys in the morning. Good morning, y'all. It's the next day. We got the wheels done. I'm gonna go show y'all them in a minute, but I know the time lapse was just me putting the tape on, but literally you just put the tape on, make it a straight line, and just lay a solid thing of caulk on there. That's pretty much it. You just wanna make sure there's no holes, no gaps in it, so that way there's no air leaks. So let me go show you them. I'm gonna leave them inside just because it's room temperature and it's really hot. It's the summertime, so I'm gonna leave them inside to dry. Tape, and you just kind of run your finger. I just used a latex glove, and you just lay a line of the silicone. And I did that for all 4. So I'm gonna let it dry for I think 2 or 3 days. Right now I've got some tires for them. The 2 bottom tires for the fronts already came with it, and I bought those. Got cheap tires just because I don't know what fitment exactly that I need. So the rears are 19 by 12 plus 0, and the fronts are 19 by 9.5 plus like 45. I'm gonna need to run a 3 or 5 millimeter spacer on the rear to clear the brake, and probably about a 5 millimeter spacer in the front to clear the brake. So I don't know if the tire sizes are gonna be correct, so they are cheap. They're gonna be stretched. The rears are 275 35, and the fronts are 255 45. Not right. The fronts are 245 like 40, I think. They should be good, but then again, never know. I've never had to stretch stuff before. I'm running stock tire sizes on stock wheels. Never had to like really get fitment specs. So hopefully they fit good. Anything else on the car besides the wheels for this video. But I am gonna be cooking some steaks and going to the drag strip. So I'll probably vlog a little bit at the drag strip. Good morning, y'all. We are about to get the wheels and tires mounted. Finally, it's been about 5 or 6 days since the silicone has been put on. So on my lunch break at work, we're gonna get them things mounted. Y'all, we're over here at the tire shop. I'm probably just gonna do a quick time lapse because they're playing music and it's real loud, so I don't even know if you can hear me right now. But I'll do a little time lapse because they're over there mounting them right now. So I'll get with you guys when they're done. We got second wheel unloaded. The problem is the 2 rears, of course it's both the rears instead of just 1 rear and 1 front, are not holding air. So when I got back from the tire shop, one of the rear tires debeaded. When I got to my house, the other one was completely flat. So we aired one up. My neighbor helped me. He's got an air compressor on his truck. He aired the rear one up, and we found a leak. It's not by the valve stem or anything. It's where the silicone is. I don't know why I can't place silicone right. I don't know if I got the wrong one because I got it from Ace Hardware, but either way, it was leaking. Then the other one I assume has a leak in it because it debeaded. So I'd assume that it lost air and then popped off. So essentially, I'm going to have to pick this video up again later, at a later date. I'm probably gonna film something else in between me getting the wheels fixed because I'm going somewhere this weekend, or I would get them fixed. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to hold off on a little bit. So after this clip, it's probably gonna be a little while before I pick it up again. I pick this video up again. This is kind of what was happening last time. I explained it in my what I've been doing this whole time video. These wheels have been like, this will happen, and it just takes so long to get them fixed that it gets really annoying, and I just like don't do it. But I'm staying on top of it. I'm going to get them fixed. I'm just gonna get the tires taken off, and I'm gonna scrape as much silicone away as I can and put some more silicone in there. Because I'm not disassembling these wheels again. I've done it multiple times. I don't want to do it again. So until I pick up the camera again, see y'all. All right, we're back. Fresh cut. That's how long it's been, but we're back. The wheels. It's time to conquer these freaking wheels so they can go on this freaking car. All right, so basically, the problem was these, I don't know, for some reason, they're totally fine. They're holding air. I need to air them up more, but they're holding air. These were not holding air. Both the rears, of course, so I couldn't even put like one side on. So, we're going to scrape the silicone out because it was just kind of whack. And we're gonna put a different silicone. That dude was loud as hell. But I got a different silicone that the internet recommends for building 3-piece wheels. So I'm gonna get the silicone out of those wheels and use that new silicone, put them on there. I'm not disassembling them. Should be fine. I'm not sure, but it should be all right. So we'll see. And if this doesn't work, I guess we'll just keep trying. Focus of the video, but got our table up and installed. Work Pro. It is a 5 feet wide, and it also has a power outlet, and there's little outlets on the side. I didn't film any of it, but I literally was able to just pull it out. Like once I used the razor blade to just like make a slit, I could just pull it and literally just pull it out the crack. I think it would have been fine. I think there were just some low spots. So this time around, I'm going to try and fill the crack even better. Do the same thing. I'm doing the same thing as I did before. I know I didn't technically do anything wrong, so there's nothing else that I can like tell you how to like build them better like through this situation, because there's nothing else that I could have done better. So I am just going to use a different silicone. Let me show you the one that I'm using. On the internet and look up what silicone to use when building 3-piece wheels. This is what pops up. It's a Dow Corning 732 or Dow Sil multi-purpose sealant. Hopefully this works better than the stuff that I got at Ace Hardware. It should. We're just gonna hope and pray that silicone sticks this time. I accidentally got white RTV. That silicone is white, so I can actually see where the holes are, like if I missed any like air pockets or something. So I actually recommend getting a color. It's actually a good idea. I think they do like black and white is usually like the ones that you can get. But I'm gonna wait a week on those to dry, but for now, I'm gonna get the car ready and I'm gonna go to the drag strip with my buddy Jake. Those are done, and they're on the car. It's been a long time coming. Like I just said in the previous clip, that Dow Corning 732, the white, I actually highly recommend. Don't use the silicone that I used the first time. It was not good. I ended up redoing the fronts because those were also leaking. So they're all redone and they're actually on the car, so let's go ahead and reveal them. Now, I was gonna film myself putting these on, but I kinda just was ready to have them on and wanted something for myself. Put the rears on last night and I just put these on. So they look great. Like I said, these are low, these were like low and medium disc, and I had the big brake Akabonos on the C, so I had to get spacers to clear, and the 25mm spacers that I was already running actually kind of work. There's a lot of poke, but there may just be enough gap to where it doesn't rub, but that's fine. The rear is a 5mm slip-on spacer, and there's actually a pretty big gap. So I could probably run a bigger tire. This is a 275 on a 35 on a 12. So I could probably bump it up to like a 285 or a 295 and be perfectly fine. So once I run out of these tires, that's probably what I'll end up doing. The fronts, the 25mm is a little bit too much poke for me, so I may do the exact same thing, go back to a smaller spacer and just run a bigger tire, so that way it kind of just looks more like a daily driver setup, set up a big old poke setup. But again, this is what she looks like. I'm gonna go and get a thumbnail, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this super not long video, but long time of me rebuilding these wheels. Even if it isn't on the camera, been dealing with these for a long time. And if you guys enjoyed the video, comment, like, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see y'all in the next one.